What is a marine conservation zone? Well, it's a lot of things to a lot of people, to a lot of creatures. Look at it like this, they're nature reserves underwater. We know what a nature reserve is, they work, it's a tried and tested principle. We have plenty of them on land, plenty of terrestrial nature reserves, but underwater we have very little protection put aside for the underwater landscape. Most of us don't even know it's there. It's a case of out of sight, out of mind. We only have one nature reserve, one marine nature reserve here in the UK, and that is around Lundy Island. We have a few voluntary ones, but that is pretty much it. And that is what the Wildlife Trust and various other partners are trying to address. We're trying to put that right and balance things out. You see, marine conservation zones aren't just nice little places for all these wonderful things you see behind me here to flourish. They're much more important to every single one of us. They're relevant to our everyday lives. It's where we get our seafood from, for a start. We eat a lot of the sea, and if we continue to harvest the sea life, we use the word harvest, I think it should be hunt. If we continue to hunt our sea life the way we are doing it in a non-sustainable way, we are going to hunt ourselves out of food, which is disastrous not just for us but for the entire marine ecosystem. Every other species that lives in the ocean will suffer as a consequence. But the oceans, to have a healthy ocean isn't just about that either. It's about all the things that we hold dear to our very survival. Marine conservation zones, healthy oceans, all go hand in hand with a healthy environment, healthy climate. The oceans buffer our climate for a start. So all these things are very good reasons for you to know what a marine conservation zone is and what I'm going on about here, because ultimately at the moment we are trying to convince the government that the 127 marine conservation zones that we have suggested as a bare minimum are taken seriously. The government needs to take this seriously. We need to put these things in place. So what I'm asking you to do is get to know your local marine conservation zone, and it's dead easy. Just get on the Wildlife Trust website and go to the Marine Conservation Zone part of that website, and you will have plenty of information there, including an interactive map which will show you what your local one is. Here in Devon, of course, it's dead easy. We've got our own very special Devon Wildlife Trust map which shows all of our marine conservation zones, of which we have plenty. And what I want you to do is to get to know it, befriend your local marine conservation zone, and hopefully that way we'll start to persuade the government that actually there's a lot of people out there that really care.